Charles Barkley had a handwritten letter delivered to Bill Laimbeer before playing a game against him. And it said, "Dear Bill, f*** you. Sincerely, Charles Barkley."
Damn,
And as
bro.
one might expect, they got into a fist fight that game.
And now Barkley gets into it, and he and Laimbeer, and now there are some punches thrown.
Oh, this is serious, though.
And when Robert Parrish, who got into a fight with Laimbeer 3 years in a row, was questioned about Bill Laimbeer, he said, "I was always taught."
This right here matters. Larry Bird didn't hate competition, but he hated dirty intent. So you need to know there's a difference between physical and trying to hurt somebody. I think that's what Laimbeer was all about. He was always trying to hurt somebody, and especially the GOATs. Larry Bird. He knew Larry was a tough matchmake for him. So he kept on trying to hurt him. I know if he puts Larry down, no one else will get in his way. Because I'm pretty sure other people will be scared or something.
So I'm saying nothing at all. But nobody hated Bill Laimbeer more than Larry Bird.
You never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player. The 80s, when I played, there was a lot of cheap shots. If you go back and watch the Pistons playing against Chicago, I mean, Michael and Scotty were getting pounded. And a lot of it happened after the whistle. Like you're going in,
damn, bro,
and the guy goes ahead and tries to, that's a free foul. Ricky Mahorn, he'd hit you and all that, but he'd hit you, you know you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
But he didn't try to maim you.
Right.
Bill tried to hurt you.
Got it back, so they reset it at 5.
No, that's bad. Imagine sliding on that shooter as one of the most dangerous plays in basketball. That's not defense. That's career-ending behavior.
With it, then committed a foul, knocked Bird to the floor. Celtics are very unhappy about it.
Yeah, caught Bird in the jaw.
Yeah.
And Larry's a little upset.
And, he was one of them guys, you shoot a jumper, he tried to slide his foot underneath your ankle so you twist your ankle. And that's why Parrish
Did he
always
really used to do that?
Bro, that's not defense. That's career-ending behavior, bro.
So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on a high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine on there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And when Bill
And this is where Larry Bird flips the switch. One lesson, one time. And it never happened again. Yes, that's respect enforced from Larry Bird.
Laimbeer was called the NBA's dirtiest player by Michael Jordan,
Laimbeer and Jordan. Yes, indeed. There are punches thrown.
he responded in a way that really showed his true colors.
Michael Jordan may be a very good, outstanding basketball player, but as a individual, down-to-earth, heart person, he has, I mean, who is he? Who cares about him? All he does is play basketball. In the world, he's this big.
Yeah, I can see why nobody liked him. And during the 1986 season, when the All-Star team had just been announced, Bird asked a group of reporters if Laimbeer, who had been an All-Star the last 3 years with the Pistons, had made the team again. And when he heard Laimbeer was not selected, Larry Bird said, "Good. Now I won't have to worry about him getting on the bus and
The
saying,
trauma.
hi, Larry."
Fuck
Me
you.
having to say,
Fuck you, Bill.
but that year, they would still see each other in the playoffs.
I was always the one that came out first.
Larry Bird's humor was cold-blooded. He didn't celebrate Laimbeer missing the team. He celebrated not having to talk to him. Larry was the coldest trash talker. And I think that's what he feeds off. He trash talks you, rage baiting you into thinking he's dumb. But when he gets you on the court, he finishes you off. So he missed having that head-to-head with Laimbeer.
There's always a leprechaun out on the floor. I'd go out and spit right on the leprechaun, rub my foot in it, and then go down and make a big dunk. Away we went.
The tension was obviously high, and in one game, Robert Parrish said, "I feel like Laimbeer took some cheap shots at me. I
Damn.
guarantee something will break out if they let it go next time." And though nothing happened the rest of that series,
Nah, this right here, that's crossing into sacred ground. I'm not sure Boston fans were never letting that go. Never.
The very next year, they met again in the Eastern Conference Finals, and in Game 4, it got crazy.
Open people. See Sting.
Yo! Damn, bro. Run that back.
Crazy.
Open people. See Sting. And 24-second clock goes down.
Someone would have died there.
And Laimbeer go at it.
No, this is not fair.
Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer have both been ejected from the game. Now there's Bird throwing the ball at Laimbeer and Rodman coming over.
Larry Bird said, Laimbeer was backing away from me and didn't want any part of me. I wish they would have cleared the court for about 15 minutes and just let us go at each other.
Damn.
And Bill
So that's serious.
In classic Bill Laimbeer fashion.
Notice this pattern. Laimbeer always did nothing. Everybody else just magically overreacted. You know, that's his goal. He wants you to overreact. And obviously, when you overreact, when the ref calls, it may be in his favor. So he knows who he was dirty to. I'm sure he was dirty to Larry most of the time because Larry was a key factor player. He knew if he pissed Larry off one way or the other, Larry had to go by being ejected or being fined. You get it now. You see? He knew there's no matter of trash talk he's going to trash talk at Larry that we get to Larry. I mean, come on. Larry is the greatest trash talker. So you don't expect Larry to be moved by whatever trash you have to say. Larry will beat you in trash talking. But when it comes to physical, Laimbeer was the king.
He said, I didn't do a thing. I tried to grab hold of him to break his fall, and Larry came up swinging. I was victimized. And Larry Bird responded, sure, he wasn't trying to hurt me. And I was trying to throw the ball at the referee. Bill's face just got in the way.
When you play the same team 4, 5, 6, 7 times right in a row within the space of about 2 weeks, it's got to be bad temper. Our ball club, I always feel, were retaliators, not instigators. And I think the other team, like Detroit, they are the instigators.
And in that next game, when Bill Laimbeer tried to come out and shake Larry Bird's hand, Larry looked at Bill and said, go f yourself.
When Larry Bird refuses your handshake, that's not emotion. That's principle.
I always have respect for my opponents, Larry said. But in my instance, I think Laimbeer was trying to hurt me. So in Game 5, the Celtics got their revenge.
I was at the game, and the crowd just had so much hatred for Laimbeer for that game. I've never been in any sort of a sporting event where the crowd hated a player that much.
This crowd wasn't booing. They were waiting. Everybody in that building knew it was only a matter of time before they lose it. Damn.
And I still am convinced to this day that the crowd convinced Parrish to punch him in the second quarter.
Oh, no question.
No.
Very gingerly tried to shoot that shot. Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parrish. He can't get it to fall, and Parrish
Oh.
takes Laimbeer. It doesn't fall. The tip.
Question.
It was getting out of hand.
Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parrish. He can't
Yo.
Parrish takes Laimbeer to the ground with a right forearm. Well, they had said it was only a matter of time till somebody did this.
Laimbeer, he had it coming. That's, yeah, he had it coming.
Because you watch the replay, and it was like barely he did anything.
It could have happened 2 plays before.
The cameras just got the part where Robert got mad, see?
Now, this wasn't random. This was years of frustration finally boiling over. And the wildest part, the refs just kept playing. Why? They should have called that. He just kept playing. But you know why they kept playing? Because they knew and everyone was fed up by Laimbeer. They were fed up by Bill. I mean, everyone knew Bill's play was chaotic, bro. Come on. This is the reason why the refs just kept playing. They didn't call, no fines, no tech. No ejections. That's the shocking part, bro.
But nobody saw Laimbeer's elbow that hit him in the neck, right by the Adam's apple. And all
Oh.
he did was react because people are sick and tired
of a
this
shit.
guy with the baby face, putting his hands up all the time. Who, me? Meanwhile, he'll sucker punch you. He'll do everything in the game. So as I said once before, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, I was kind of looking over my shoulder, Max. I thought I was gonna get sucker punched, to be honest. You know, in the heat of the battle, you know, we exchanged a few unpleasantries, then a few elbows that passed between us, and then I just lost throwing punches. So I couldn't believe I lost my composure like that. That was the first time ever.
You were fed up,
This
bro.
play epitomized 80s basketball because not only did this flurry of punches result in no ejections and no technicals, but they didn't even call a foul.
This moment defines 80s basketball. No whistles, no reviews, just fucking consequences. So, do you think Laimbeer deserved that punch from Parrish? I think everybody in the court, both fans, players, refs, coaches, whatever, they were fed up. There was a no call, no foul, no reviews, no fucking whistles. I'm sure when that scene happened, Laimbeer goes like this. Who, me? What foul? And the game went on.
They just kept playing. Larry Bird called it a good deed. But sometimes, in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, the best revenge is massive success.
Yeah.
Because later on that game, Larry Bird made the greatest play of his entire career.
Larry Bird understood something most people don't. Sometimes justice doesn't look pretty. It just looks final. You know, in today's world, as you hustle, as you strive, you have to go through barriers. You have to go through loopholes. You have to go through challenges. Yes, for you to attain success. And in this case scenario, Laimbeer was the obstacle that Larry Bird and the other superstars faced. Yes, if you would ask me, that's my own point though. Laimbeer was the obstacle. Yes. They had to go through all that. And Larry's best revenge was being successful. Because justice doesn't look pretty. It just looks final. Right in your face. Amidst all your struggles, amidst all your troubles, amidst all Laimbeer's dirty plays, Larry still made waves. He never let all those shit pull him down.
We knew we had to win that game. Both teams knew that whoever won game 5 was probably going to win the series. Casey had to play the starters almost the whole game. And so our guys were just completely worn out.
There's Bird off the screen from the corner. Big basket by Larry Bird. That's a two-pointer. Detroit by 3 with a minute 13.
Damn, that 3-pointer was crazy, bro.
The Celtics had been to the finals in 84, 85, 86, and now it's 87. We're all beat up. The guys that are playing are hurt. So, you know, it was just guts. It was just a guts and pride.
This is where the revenge really begins. Not with fists, but with the ball.
3:41 to go in the game. Detroit leading by 2. And that man is playing on nothing but heart. He went out with an ankle injury that would keep most people out of the game. Came back in, and now he's twisted it again.
Now, the Boston moment, that was a heartbreaking moment. What was heartbreaking about that moment is I had made the game-winning shot.
Everybody wants to beat the Pistons. Right now, Boston is first in line in that desire. They lead by 1, 27 seconds to go.
But I was on Isaiah Thomas, and he went one-on-one against me at the top of the floor. I thought I played pretty good defense, and Isaiah didn't get in the paint, and he took a jump shot, a contested jump shot, and it went in.
Out on the top of the floor against Houston.
16 seconds. Easton right in his face. Thomas with a very big bucket.
We go to the timeout. We know Bird's.
Most players sit out. Larry Bird tighten his laces. Even in injuries, bro. Even in injuries.
Going to get it either on the left side or the right side. And we got the play figured out. We sent him left. About 5 of us come over there to try to block the shot.
There's Bird with the ball against Mahone.
He'll take it to the hoop. You can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked.
Damn. That block was crazy, bro.
Hit it off of a Detroit player. No.
Ball goes out of bounds, and I'll never forget, everything just went in slow motion. So I run over, we look at the bench, no timeout, nothing. So I run over and I grab the ball.
Detroit should have called a timeout, Brian, because they had a timeout left. They could advance the ball down to the other end of the floor. There's a shot somewhere, there's a photo that I saw that Chuck Daly is standing by their bench with his hands up, calling timeout.
Now, this is basketball chaos. No timeouts, no resets, just instincts. Damn!
Isaiah, I remember to this day, he's standing there like this to the referee. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Laimbeer's a good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in.
Yo.
I didn't even see him.
Bird was moving right when he was inbounding the
Damn! This is where history bends. Laimbeer never even saw him. He never saw him because Larry was too fast, calculative. His IQ works well, bro. Larry knew before the ball makes a move, Larry was ahead of the ball already. Yes.
And when you look at it from a couple different film angles, I mean, he threw it right to him on the move. And I had my back to where he was stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I was probably more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium that Bird had the ball in his hands.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me.
That balance, that awareness, that's not luck. That's mastery. Yes. If you look at it, see the way Larry stole the ball.
Stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I
look
was
at
probably
it.
more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium.
That was close, bro.
The ball in his hands.
That was close.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me and that probably I've ever witnessed. From an athletic standpoint, two people being in sync and just Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us, to play every second, not to play 47 and a half minutes, but to play a full 48.
And he had a smirk on it. He knew the game was over, and he almost had a smile on his face when they gave him the ball, and he did not see Bird at all.
But the thing I remember the most is that Joker. This is the out of bounds line. That Joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this, like a ballerina, right?
People don't talk about this enough. That footwork is pure genius.